So today we're going to talk about influencers, content creators, UGC creators. How do you use them in your business? We're going to look at that. Now, before I go down this path, let me explain something. An influencer is not just someone that has a lot of following on social media. Your mother is an influencer. She influences you. Your father is an influencer. He influences you. Your brother, your siblings, things like that, they influence you. Your teacher is an influencer. Dare I say, Damini is an influencer, right? Dare I say. The general opinion or suggestion is, oh, they have to have a lot of following. No, they don't. They just have to be a group of people or a certain individual of influence. Now, there will come a time where you want to work with the likes of these bigger influencers that have a lot of following, right? For lack of a better term, let's call them mainstream influencers. So you want to look for the mainstream influencers, the ones that are quite popular in the public space, things like that. There's a time for that. As a small business, you might not have the capacity or the funds to get with those people. So you can find other people, let's call them niche influencers, that are small, but also carry a lot of weight within their circle of influence, right? So that's the step one. 2, structure the deal itself, like the deal that you're working with that influencer or that content creator. Structure it in a smart way. And what I mean by this is there are certain influencers that you don't have to pay a dime. Yes, I'm going to say it out loud. You don't have to pay them any money. What you give them is products. However, now, this doesn't mean you give them the cheapest product in your business. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. But you give them high quality premium products. They are influencers at that particular stage or pathway or career they are influencing. They don't collect money, they collect products. And they do a great job of telling people about your products, right? At some point, if you continue to use that same influencer, you need to monetize it. And again, you can monetize it by product, or you can monetize it by expanding the products you give them. What I mean by this is, instead of giving them one product for just themselves, you then begin to give them products for their kids, for their family, for their friends, for them to give out to their own loved ones. That sort of thing, right? That's how you can expand it. Another way you can do this is when people ask for recommendations of content creators or influencers that you use in your business, you can recommend these people and tell the people that you're recommending for them to pay them. That sort of thing, right? So structure the deal in a way that works for you. Not every deal has to be financial or money must exchange hands for it to go through. A lot of people think it's that way. Not every deal has to be like that. Now, there are pros and cons, which depending on the kind of business you run and the kind of influencer you're reaching out to, will play a part. But I can tell you, I have an influencer that I've been working with for the past probably 2-3 years now. We pay less than 200k. Person has a huge following, but because we are that consistent, there's a particular rate card that they gave us when we first joined. That thankfully, because we ourselves we didn't complain, that rate card hasn't changed. Right? You should begin to find your own group of influencers that you can work with in that manner. Okay, so structure the deal in a smart way. The next one is you want to give them creative freedom, right? The idea here is you're not paying these people a lot of money. So give them creative freedom. Don't be that strict general that say, oh, you need to do it this way, or oh, you need to do it that way. They will not answer you. It's really just that simple. They will not answer you. So give them that creative freedom. Let them do what they want to do and what they have to do. And then you would see they will help your business. Now, I'm not saying give them creative freedom to do rubbish. No. When you see that what they are doing is not working, let them know that mama, baba, this thing will work. We need to reshoot it. If they say, oh, but and then you would now you would find some influencers that would say verbatim, word for word, baba, you know they pay for this thing. Once you see that the influencer has said it, please never work with that influencer again. Now, I'm not saying that what they're saying is not true, but never work with that influencer again, because that influencer has shown you that, see, they will show you shaggy in front. They will show you shaggy in front. And most of them will call you out on your social media after a while. They will call you out. So don't... This thing I'm saying now, some people will come and clip it and they would say it in a way that, oh, this is not how you should do things, blah, blah, blah. See, they've shown you the warning signs, the red flag is doing like this. Run away. Okay, good. Now, I'm not saying, and this is not me saying that, oh, don't pay influencers. Please, pay influencers. But you're a small business, right? Everybody, most likely, are working with an influencer that is also a small influencer that is trying to grow. So you grow, they grow. They grow, you grow. That sort of thing. It's a relationship. Once you begin to see rude or funny patterns, take off. Okay? So give them creative freedom. If you want to give them a script, give them what's it called? Give them guidelines or touch points. Say, oh, please mention this, or please make sure to reference this, or these are some examples of videos that I thought maybe you would find some inspiration to recreate or use in your creative process as well. Please don't take this as a fixed way of creating your content. You have full reign and full access to do this however you see fit, that sort of thing. And then the final one is to track and measure results. How do you track and measure? Look at your sales. What's happening there? Most times you can give them a particular discount code for them to use. The ads that you set up where you know that they are the primary hook or the primary what's what I'm looking for here now? The primary person or primary face in the ad. How does that ad perform? Those are ways you can begin to track. If they said something, or they said if they said something, or they told people to achieve a particular action, what was that action? That sort of thing, right? Look at the comments. How are people responding to the comments? Are people and this is one thing that might happen for you because it happens for me as well. People will send DMs and reference an action that the influencer did, or an action or something that the influencer said in the video. Or sometimes they'll just send that same video back to you as a DM. So those are the things that you can use to begin to measure success. Obviously, as a sales-driven business, you will want to say, okay, you know what, how many sales did this discount? How many times was this person's discount code used? Things like that. Which, to be fair, you are right. But at the same time, you need to understand that you are building a relationship with this influencer. 1, you are building a content bank. 2, so what I'm trying to say is don't cut off this relationship or bring down this bridge between you and this influencer because you didn't get sales. If you got a lot of comments, if you got a lot of positive reviews, if you got a lot of likes, if you got a lot of followers, if you got a lot of references from that particular influencer, if you got a lot of website visits, so maybe they didn't even patronize you, but people visited the website from that particular ad, come on, what do you mean? That's a good relationship. Their next video or their next ad could pop. You know, it could be a problem with your product. It could be a problem with your offer, right? Now, when it comes to working with influencers, most of them you're going to use for your ads, your creative, things like that. Now, when you're trying to create the ideal ad creative, I suggest you watch this particular video next, okay? If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe link. I say link. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.